All right, a few things about your book, and then I want to get to some modern cases that could be in your next book, including Balloon Boy. But Mark, first off, when you said something, I got the judge intrigued. You know, the judge broke into TV in many ways with the O.J. Simpson case, and he knows so much.
Watching you, Mark.
Yeah, and he
who hasn't broken into
Right.
TV because of the O.J. Simpson case?
Many of the happiest lawyers you and I know don't practice law anymore in large measure because of the O.J. case.
Absolutely.
Mark, you said there's something about the O.J. case that you were begging journalists to ask you and find out on their own, and they didn't. Tell us about that, set the circumstances, and judge, see if you could follow.
You know, the case on O.J. Simpson was saturated so extreme. It was beyond anything before. The first reality show, and they're focusing on Mark Fuhrman.
Right.
Now, the first few days, Mark Fuhrman had a partner, Brad Roberts, and that partner and I found all the evidence. Yet we never saw Brad Roberts' face, even though Brad Roberts is the one that showed Marcia Clark all the evidence that he found and I found at Rockingham on the first day.
Why do I not even know the name Brad Roberts?
Well, it's because Phil Van Adder, the lead detective, and in some regards Marcia Clark, kept him out of the case solely because, as far as Van Adder, I can't say what Marcia Clark knew and when, but you've got to be really stupid not to catch on after a point. Van Adder testified that he found all the evidence that Roberts found. Now, I understand in a prelim, a detective can testify in California for evidence that other people found to speed up the process and make the preliminary, the skeleton case, is there enough probable cause to go to trial?
Right.
When you get to trial, it's not okay any longer. Now, if it was just that would be fine. So I waited. I'm getting hammered for, basically global warming and everything underneath that.
Right. Something you said years ago and all that.
And I'm hoping, I go, well, would somebody just talk to Brad Roberts? I even told Marcia Clark, I go, dump me. Dump the glove. You got 200 other pieces of blood evidence. Use Roberts. He found more than I did. We don't need Roberts. Now, when Roberts saw the preliminary hearing testimony from Van Adder, he brewed and got madder and madder because he watched somebody testify to everything that he did. So he writes a memo to the prosecutor, which was then Bill Hodgman, and I wish Bill wouldn't have had a medical problem, because if he hadn't, we would not be talking right now, because Bill would have kept that on the straight and narrow. But nonetheless, he writes a memo to Bill Hodgman. Our boss, Ron Phillips, is going down to the DA's office. He puts it in an envelope, seals it, gives it to Ron Phillips. Give this to Bill Hodgman when you go down there. Somehow, by the next morning, Phil Van Adder has that letter in his hands. He comes to the station, takes Roberts into an interrogation room, and he said, you can't testify to this. You've got to be okay. I'm the finder of this evidence. Tears it up, puts it in his briefcase. Now, Judge, at the very least, do we have a little problem called a Brady violation?
Yeah, we have a very serious problem here. But do we also have perjury? Did Van Natter tell a jury that he did things which, in fact, he did not do, that Roberts
Absolutely.
did?
He did not find the blood inside the Bronco. I was there when Roberts not only found it, I watched Roberts show Van Adder, and his exclamation was, "Oh, expletive. Man, this is a crime scene now, like it wasn't before." First clue, he's an idiot.
These are very, very serious problems. I realize the case is over because he was acquitted. History has taken care of him, but very serious problems.
It gets worse, Judge. Then Roberts finds a blood trail leading from the Bronco all the way into the house. So Roberts shows Van Adder that.
Mark, we have to have you back because the computer's going to take our time from us. This is fascinating stuff. The book is The Murder Business, How the Media Turns Crime into Entertainment and Subverts Justice.
Yeah, we didn't get to Richard Heaney and the Balloon Boy.
Right.
Oh, the Balloon Boy? Never mind.
All right. Mark Fuhrman, thank you for joining us. Come back again, please, on Brian and the Judge.